Record on this computer. All right, guys, welcome to tonight's webinar. And this is, can you believe it, week 5 of our Feel Great in 8 TLS coaching already, which means that we're more than halfway through. Now, this is week 5, and the topic is nutrition. And as we've actually been sharing about our individual progresses through the WhatsApp group, I think we can just continue to share over there rather than taking time out to discuss it tonight, because we've got quite a fair bit of information to discuss with this particular week. So what I will encourage you all to do is to continue filling out your daily journal. Journal, as I mentioned many times over, that is one of the most important things for your success, and you need to take time out every day to write about your feelings, your thinking, to journal your, food habits and various things like sleep and water and all that kind of thing. So continue filling it out and get into the habit of it. It's really, really important. And then log into the TLS website regularly as well to get inspiration, learning, teaching. Throughout this week, I actually sent you the link to the resources where you can actually get the exercise and the nutrition menu plan and recipes. So go in there, particularly when you go into the resources side of the au.tlslim.com. It's very important for you to get the exercise component as well as the recipes to get ideas. And so if you're able to do that, then, follow the exercise as well as Fitness Blender, which is one very, very good YouTube channel that you can go on depending on which plan you're on. But with exercise, if most of us are perhaps beginners, I would say just go into Fitness Blender, do some cardio beginners and some hits if you can handle it, but listen to your body. If you feel out of breath and all that, then you can take your time to slowly get back into breath and have some water in between. The good thing about HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, is that they do give you time in between different repetitions to rest. So I would highly recommend that. And if any of you need to reorder extra supplements, whether it's, the isotonix or the TLS accelerators, you can contact me. And if you have your own website, I would recommend that you reorder them. We will talk a bit about these supplements tonight. And stress reduction is very important. In the upcoming weeks after week 5, we are mainly focusing on more about, the mindset and your behavior modification, stress reduction, and the things to do with the mind, because a lot of people, when they think about weight management, think more to do with exercise and food and rest. Obviously, these are the important physical component of it, but the mindset, the mental strength, as well as the emotional health are just as important, if not more than only the physical side of eating, exercising, and resting. So that's why stress reduction is an important component. So if you feel stressed, if you feel pressured, or feeling like, oh, I followed the wagon, I'm not doing so well, then you need to take time out to relax, regroup, and to, go for a bit of me time, retreat, and rest, because, stress eating as well as emotional turmoil in terms of, feeling down or anxious or depression will not help you with your health and weight management. So that's why stress reduction and exercises are very important. And okay, so let's go through tonight's topic. If you've got any question, please type it in the chat bar, and at the end of the presentation, I will look through the chat questions and answer them, and or I will unmute you all so that you can all discuss as well. Okay, first, when we talk about nutrition, an important component of it is vitamins. Now, what do vitamins do? Well, they are actually the coenzymes. Coenzymes are what make things happen, reactively, as well as in our body when we need to actually have things activated. So say, for example, if we deficient in B6, the enzyme required to transmit the nerve system, the impulses to your finger, then it couldn't be activated and you could experience numbness in your fingers. So without the appropriate vitamins in our body, we won't have enough coenzymes to make the chemical reactions happen in our body, and that is not good enough, because then our body will not function well. So a lot of people ask the questions, how do we choose the right supplements or vitamins, minerals for optimal health? Because there are so many various types of vitamins out there in the market. How do I know which one to choose? Well, what we advocate here is isotonic. Why is it that we think isotonic is superior and better in terms of their delivery system? Well, let's go through the fluids in our system first of all. Fluids circulating through our system in a state called isotonic. So the word isotonic, iso, means the same consistency. Tonic, which equals tonicity, means pressure or osmolarity, which is the concentration of a liquid. So if you've got a liquid in our body, it's the concentration of the tonic that actually makes it the pressure. And so isotonic together means the same pressure as our body fluids. So if non-isotonic fluids get into our circulation system, then our cells will be damaged. It's very important when we have fluids that get into our circulation system that it is isotonic. So have a look at these graphs below here. If it is hypertonic, that the concentration will be too high. And when that happens, then the H2O, which is the water, will then come out of the cell. But in the middle, if it is isotonic, which is the most ideal state, then there'll be enough water coming in and enough water going out. So it's in a balanced state. But if it is hypotonic, then that means the concentration is too low, and that means the fluid will go in. So it's ideal to be isotonic in order for us to actually absorb any type of nutrients. So that's why it's important for bodily fluid to be in isotonic state before they are released into our circulatory system. So how does our body fluids achieve its isotonic state? Well, we have an isotonic converter, and that is our stomach. So if you have a look at our stomach, inside of it, there are sensory cells in the lower stomach, senses tonicity of the fluid in the stomach. So if you have a look at it, this is what it looks like, right? Once you actually have dinner, then there will be stuff that's going on inside our stomach that will be digesting the food that we consume, and this is what we call the digestive process. And within the stomach, there are different things in there. There's the hydrochloric acid, there's water, there's enzyme, and different intrinsic factor. So what happens is typically after 40 minutes to 4 hours, something that we eat will be digested when the contents are digested into an isotonic state. So it takes that long, between 40 minutes to 4 hours, between the time we eat something, whether it's a steak or a bread or a piece of banana or whatever it is, it will take between this amount of time for the food to be digested into the isotonic state. And the other thing is the pyloric sphincter, which is the valve that is in our body, starts the contractions, meaning that it will actually contract to make it smaller. And what that means is it will then squirt the food solution into small intestine. So going from the stomach into the small intestine, it will actually have the contraction, and the food then will go down there. All right, so what's the difference between isotonic and tablets? Now, on the left-hand side, you'll see that the isotonic liquid vitamins would be fast absorption. It will only take 5 minutes from the time that you drink the isotonic vitamins. the supplement to deliver it into the rest of the body, to small intestine, large intestine, the rest of the bodies in the cells. So you can see that with the isotonics liquid, there is no dilution factor because it will not be needing to be digested in the stomach. So hence there's no dilution. And so all of the ingredients, they are natural, and it also delivers a high concentration of mineral nutrients faster than any tablets on the market today, because everything that we consume through the isotonic liquid will be quickly going into the rest of the body, and hence high concentration is ensured. Whereas on the right-hand side, you see the standard vitamin tablets will be very slow in the absorption. As I mentioned already in the previous slide, it will take anywhere between 40 minutes to 4 hours for the nutrients to be delivered into the rest of the body. The reason is because of the dilution factor, as the stomach is going to be digesting, the fillers, the binders, the coatings, the lubricants, and the integrators and the artificial colorings within the tablets. So the result will be a low concentration of nutrients, and because of that, the amount of concentration will be only anywhere between 25 to 35% of the nutrients being absorbed into your body, which really is a waste of money, because if you only can absorb, such small percentage of the amount of nutrients in the vitamins in terms of the tablets, then, it's really a waste. Whereas with the isotonics, it's been ascertained anywhere between 90 to 95% would be absorbed because of the higher bioavailability and the superior delivery. So as you can see from this very important slide, that the isotonic is definitely superior to tablets, number one. And number two is because of the higher bioavailability and delivery system as well. So if you think about the pill delivery through the tablets, there are quite a number of disadvantages as well. Number one is the pills may not completely dissolve before moving into the intestinal tract, because of the fact that, as I mentioned previously, with the fillers and binders and coatings and all of them, they would not be completely dissolved, that's for sure. And they also can get caught into the folds of the stomach. And with the x-ray that you see in front of you there, because there are a lot of folds in the stomach, when they are being digested, then they can be trapped there. And also the pill will dissolve, but the water taken with it makes the stomach dump contents and absorption sites become saturated. So these are the disadvantages of tablet or pill form delivery. And the other thing is a very interesting study that's done by Dr. Linus Pauling, who is a two-time Nobel Prizes winner. She said that every disease, sickness, and illness can be traced back to mineral deficiency. So that's why when we look at our nutrition, we really need to be looking at the mineral that we are absorbing, whether we are actually taking enough mineral. So we can be eating right, yet our body may not feel good. The reason is because we may not have enough vitamins and mineral. And if we don't have enough mineral, then according to Dr. Pauling, who has done copious research, every disease, sickness, and illness traced back to the lack of mineral. So if you eat right and still not feeling well, there would be a number of reasons. Number one, scientists have done research, and they understand and claim that we are the victims of our own habits, because most degenerative disease are life-threatening illnesses. And, they're all lifestyle related. Lifestyle related meaning that, things that are causing us to have disease and illnesses are because of our lifestyle. And as you can see, the different pictures below, whether it's medications or the types of food that we eat, the unhealthy, processed, all the junk food that we have, and even the environmental pollution there are the cause of our illnesses. And so free radical damage is also a reality, whether we are actually doing anything or not. Even if we're just breathing, free radicals there to attack our cells. So that's why, you know, all of us are exposed to free radicals. Free radicals actually cause oxidative stress. The best way to understand free radicals are to think about, let's say, an apple or a banana. If you leave it there, let's say in your kitchen bowl for about 3 days to a week, you will see, you know, that it becomes rusty and it will become black. And that is because of the free radicals around, you know, in the air, causing the oxidative stress. And it's happening to us, to our body as well, obviously. When we are actually exposed to free radicals, which are everywhere around us in the air, the oxidative stress will cause us to be, you know, unhealthy, unless we have antioxidants to, you know, damage or to kill the free radicals. So as a result of free radicals, all of the diseases that you can see below are a reality in our modern day age. You know, things like premature aging, diabetes, heart disease, liver issues, inflammation, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, cancer, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, obesity, osteoarthritis, etc. So I'm sure that, you know, those of you who are listening and watching here would know of or know about people that are experiencing or have had these kinds of disease. And it's very, very common in, you know, people not only old age, obviously, you know, older people would experience a lot more than the younger ones, but, you know, it's actually not immune. You know, young people would also get cancer and heart disease and stuff like that. And so when we look at free radical damage, we understand that everyone is exposed to it. And as I mentioned already, all these diseases, including sun exposure, ultraviolet rays, smoking, diet and not eating healthy, things like, you know, eating processed food or junk food and not drinking enough water. Even that, how many of you today have not had enough water? You ask yourself and you would understand that, you know, why we're not at our optimal health. Or we drink soft drinks or alcohol or wine or whatever, including cordial and coffee. And even that will actually cause us to be subjected to more free radical damage. And even if we don't use proper skincare products, because there are so many skincare products out there that don't provide protection to our skin, and in fact can cause the opposite if they don't have the right amount or the right ingredients. Some of the skincare products, or including cosmetics, may have lead or other things that would cause our skin to be worse. And also, our own DNA or medications can cause free radicals damage as well. As you can see, you know, these pictures on your right, you know, the junk food, the sun exposure and skin issues, lack of water and smoke are major cause of free radical damage. And another thing that a lot of people don't think about is those people that actually do a lot of exercises, say marathon runner and heavy body weight lifters and all the people that are doing really, really high level exercise and workout can be subjected to more free radical damage because of the physical stress that they are they're exposed to. So that's why those people that are doing a lot more exercises than a normal person need to have more antioxidants protection. Okay, so the other thing is very important is the OPC3. Now, OPC3 is oligomeric proanthocyanidins, and that is the antioxidants that are amongst the strongest natural free radical scavengers, neutralizers. And that is really important for us to know, because OPC3 has a lot of great information that are available. If you look at pycnogenol, which is the pine bark that is one of the major ingredients in OPC3. There are hundreds and hundreds of medical journals that write, entries about that. And not only pine bark, there's bilberry, grape seed extract. All of these are non-toxic substances that are great antioxidants and free radical scavengers. So as we mentioned, free radical exposure is not, we can't immune to it. So every single one of us will be subjected to it. That's why it's so important for us to be having OPC3 or antioxidants to help us to eradicate the free radical attack. Now, OPC3 has done, has a lot of research that shows it helps maintain healthy immune system and function, as well as symptomatic relief of allergies. There are so many testimonials of even just my own customers and people that I know that have sort of shown and shared with us that, whether they have eczema, whether they have hay fever, OPC3 has been able to help them relieve all these allergies. And so it's a really amazing product that it helps with so many different ways. And it can also help with skin health and beauty as well. And according to Dr. Jeff Strong, who comes to Australia every year to share with us about the particular pinogenol, which is one major, as I mentioned, ingredient of OPC3. There are more than 300 research done on OPC3 that shows it has positive benefits for skincare and beauty. There are many skin conditions and disorders that occur on the skin that we all are aware of. Things like dehydration, lack of water, right? And so because of that, then our skin becomes dry and tight. Or eczema. Eczema is so common. Things like chronic inflammation condition, it's part of it, and that includes very dry and scaly skin, accompanied by sensations of itchiness or burning. One of my business partners and very close friend, Christy, she wouldn't mind me sharing this because she always shares this with us, is that she had really, really bad eczema for a long time. And she would be using all different types of miracle creams and different types of supplements. And she has even gone on to the current affair, anything that's available, she would try. But nothing really worked, or some of those that worked for a little while, then her eczema would come back. But then her chiropractor, who is also now part of our business, Dr. Mark DiPasquale, introduced this OPC3 to her, and she had started using it, within a couple of months. Her eczema has totally gone, and now her skin is amazing. Not only is her skin amazing, she is now our motives expert, meaning like she is actually helping people with the skin care and makeup division of shop.com. And it's just amazing to see, the changes, the difference between before and after she started taking OPC3. And also acne, like we've had so many of our friends, kids, teenagers that have had acne, starting to take OPC3, and all their redness and blemishes have gone. And there are a lot of before and after photo, and if you want to take a look at it, you can always go on to Facebook, to isotonix website. You will see the differences. So skin conditions and disorders, there are copious research and testimonials available to show how OPC3 is amazing for healing skin conditions. So for people like me and others, we may not have had skin conditions, have all experienced the improvement of our skin texture and smoothness, and it's just so evident. We all look younger after taking OPC3. All right, so the other good thing about OPC3 is for heart health and circulation as well. And it's amazing how it's really the cornerstone for our total well-being. It's not just for one good thing, but for so many different benefits. That's why we always say OPC3 is our flagship product of shop.com. And it also improves blood sugar level. And when people have, the what we call three highs, high sugar level, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol, OPC3 can help. And so it doesn't only help us to look, feel, and live better, which is amazing, but it also helps us to live better longer. And the longer part of it is a really good thing, because if you want to live longer, you better be sure that you live better, right? And there is a book by a Dr. Passwater, who is not even part of this company, has done research on OPC. This is his life work, and this book is called Live Better Longer, and that's the research of his decades of studies on OPC. And if you're interested in reading that book, let me know. I can lend it to you, and it's got a lot of benefits. Okay, now have a look at this very interesting picture in front of you there. Basically, on the left is the effects of oxidation. As I mentioned, oxidation is like an apple. When it's gone through free radicals attack, it becomes rusty and yucky and black and all that on the skin, right? And it's the same with our skin and our body. If we are subjected to oxidation and free radicals attack, which we are every day, then what happens is, look at the before up the top. This female is age 39, and she had no energy, has had headaches all the time, bladder and yeast infections, lack of desire to accomplish anything. In essence, she's just totally feeling down and all that. So that's before she started taking OPC3. And then after, can you see the cells under the microscope look so much better? She has energy back, her headaches are gone, and now able to lead a normal life. So that's the effects of OPC3 for this 39-year-old female. And then below is a 52 male who has joint pain, energy drop, and high blood pressure, and he doesn't sleep well. And after taking OPC3, his pain has decreased significantly and is now sleeping well. Energy has returned and blood pressure is dropping. So as you can see, the benefit of OPC3 in reducing the effects of oxidation, and you can see very clearly, even just by looking at the cells before and after. The before for both, the female and the male, it's all messy, whereas, after, you can see the cells are so tidy and clear. Okay, so I can see there is a chat question here, Lydia. She said that I can see the PowerPoint screen, Kitty. Which part of cells is what cherries? Well, this is basically by and large, the body, it's just a sample of the cell. So it doesn't actually indicate a particular cell according to this research, but basically cherry is actually a sample of these two people's cells. Okay, good question there, Cherry. Okay, so the second nutritional supplement that I would like to introduce you to is multivitamin formula, and that is the healer. We call it the healer because it has a balanced cocktail of vitamin and minerals. Remember, the doctor who has won the Trice Nobel Prize talked about the lack of minerals, by and large, are the reason for us to have illnesses. So the reason why multivitamin formula, isotonix, is called a healer is because it has a great balance of minerals and vitamin together. And it's also a blood tonic, and it helps with the nerves function and collagen and general well-being as well. And the other isotonics is called Calcium Plus. Calcium Plus is actually very efficient and cost effective in that it provides us with optimum dose of ionized water-soluble calcium, and it's formulated with cofactors, meaning that it's not just calcium on its own, but it's calcium plus. That plus includes a lot of other very important synergistically combined cofactors like magnesium, manganese, vitamin D3 and C. So all of this together combined with calcium, make it a very, very powerful calcium plus isotonic supplement. And all of these together can help and assist with osteoporosis, fibromyalgia, arthritis, stress disorders, migraine, and menstrual cycles and symptoms. And a lot of people, if they tell me they, experience migraine, then the first thing that I would recommend is for them to take both the calcium plus and the magnesium. Even though with this calcium plus we do have magnesium, we also need to be aware that migraine is particularly assisted by magnesium. And if there's any one of you or of people that have menstrual symptoms like period pain and other issues like it, then calcium plus is very, very good. And I remember when I first started taking these supplements, I have had sort of amnesia, like I couldn't sleep very, very well. And I was suggested that calcium plus is good for that. And so because it relaxes the muscle, and I started taking calcium because, when you take calcium, you're supposed to take both morning and night, not just in the morning. And as a result, I was able to sleep a lot better. So it's very important for us to understand, the calcium as a really good cofactors, not just on its own, but with the combination of magnesium and particularly vitamin D, because if you have calcium, you need vitamin D to come with it as well. Okay, the other very, very useful, helpful isotonic supplements is advanced B complex. B vitamins are important for hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body. And if we don't have enough vitamin B, then we will be fatigued, we will be exhausted. And that is always the case if we don't have enough energy, and that's most likely our body is lacking B vitamin. The supplements are excellent energy boosters and anti-stress formulas as well. So if you are like I was when I first started doing, supplements, B was one of the very first I started taking, because at the time I was working really hard and I was stressed, I was exhausted, I didn't have enough energy. And I remember when I first was introduced to these supplements, I started taking B, and not long after that, seriously, my energy was able to come back quickly, and then the stress level has gone down, and I no longer felt, tired and fatigued. And for those people that are vegetarian or vegans, they normally lack in essential B vitamins in their food diet. So it's a good idea for them to then take extra B complex. So I understand that, there may be a few of you on this call that are feeling tired, exhausted, and stressed because of your work situation. And I can totally relate to that. I remember when I, started taking vitamin B, this particular advanced B really helped me. In the beginning, I started taking B12, but then this advanced B is even better because it has a lot more than just B12, and there's a combination of different things. It's really, really good. And as Francis said, it's also good for leg cramps. Yes, because if our leg is, feeling that cramp, that means the muscle is not, relaxed enough. Apart from B, that can help because, as leg cramp can be caused by stress or fatigue, it can, another very good supplement that I would recommend is magnesium, because when you have cramp, whether it's for your leg or different parts of the body, your muscle needs to be released, then, magnesium is another thing that I would recommend, Francis. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, the advanced B complex has a lot more than just B12, which obviously is very important for any mothers when before or during or after they had babies or breastfeeding. B12 is absolutely important. But all the other essential B vitamins also play a critical role in our metabolism at the cellular level. Remember last week we talked about improving, or the week before, improving metabolism. If you want to improve and increase, the metabolic rate, meaning reducing your metabolic age, then B complex is very, very helpful. And so to take care of yourself and your loved ones, I recommend you take what we call the daily essential kits, or I call it Fantastic Four, because these four combined together has a much better synergistical value than each of them alone. So these four include, as I mentioned, those four previous ones that I individually explained to you: OPC3, multivitamin, calcium plus, and advanced B. And if you get all four together, you also get heavily discounted special as well. Now, the TLS supplements I've already shared in our previous coaching lesson, so I won't go into too much detail, but to tell you that this will definitely help you with your metabolism, to accelerate your weight loss, and to reduce your hunger and your craving for carbs and your belly fat, etc. And so core fat and carb inhibitor, which is core, will help you suppress your appetite. If you eat a lot, then this is a product that you will need to take 2 tablets twice a day before your largest meal. And the other one is CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. If you have stubborn belly fat or your overall body fat is high, meaning, more than the normal range, then you definitely need to consider CLA. It will help you to reduce the amount of stored fat. And the good thing about this particular product is that it will be converting your fat that is stored in your body, whether it's your belly, your stomach fat, or your overall body fat, into energy. And that's really good. So you take 2 capsules before breakfast and lunch. So you take 4 a day. Okay, and I've got a question here, Lydia. Can supplements cause kidney stones? I have 2 stones in my right kidney. No, the kidney stones shouldn't be an issue, but I obviously check with your doctor before you have any of these. I was given, training which said, instead of saying, is this supplement okay for my kidney stone, you ask the doctor, will this supplement cause any harm? Because the doctors really don't know much better. Although there are actually some studies that show certain supplements that are like tablets may cause issues because of the fillers and binders. But in all of our supplements, that are isotonics, we don't have fillers and binders. Although, with our core is tablet, and with the CLA is capsules. So check with your doctor by asking him or her whether the particular supplement will be harmful to your kidney stones. Okay. And the other very, very good supplement I personally have seen a lot of good results for some of my clients is X. X stands for adrenal, cortisol, thyroid, and stress support formula. So if you see the lady on your right, if you feel like her, whether you feel stressed, you don't have enough sleep, worried, depressed, and anxious, late nights, fear, working too hard, all these different issues or headache, then X is amazing because it's particularly designed to help individuals who feel stressed, or you want to ensure optimal thyroid support. I've got a lady who has a huge thyroid issue, and that was the reason why she put on so much weight. And she did everything right? She did a lot of exercises. She had, eating good food and slept okay, but she didn't understand why that was the issue. So when she did her body checkup, it was found out that she's got a bit of thyroid issues. So because of that, I suggested for her to take X, and the doctor was saying, yeah, why not try it? And so not long after taking X, her thyroid was gone, issue has gone back to normal, and she no longer was overweight. And a lot of times we have to be aware that sometimes our weight issues may not be to do with just food or exercise, but also could be with hormonal issues as well. And so that's why when we take things like eggs, it will help us with our hormones, like adrenaline, our cortisol, which is the stress hormone, or our thyroid and stress as well. It also helps us to maintain a normal level of cortisol to help control stress-related fat deposition. Because, cortisol is our stress hormone. And if we are stressed, then it's more likely for us to be storing fat in our body. So with eggs, you take 2 capsules daily. And remember, there are 2 kinds of body fat. We have the normal under the skin type of fat, and we also have visceral fat. So if you measure your body composition through the 10-liter scale, you will find out your visceral fat, whether it's in a healthy level or not. And it's very important for you to understand that if you have stressed, to use these accelerators to help you deal with the issues. I mean, a lot of times you may say, I can use my own strength or willpower, positive thinking. Yes, they may be helpful, but if you get to a point where you feel so depressed and down, then you will need support. You may not need to get to a point where you need medications or pills to help you. Then these are very, very good. And I've had, quite a number of my team members and people that are overweight who've told me they've actually tried different types of method, like the lab band, or they use medications to reduce their fat level, which is drugs with a lot of chemicals. But all of these are much better because, it's all natural and there's no harm. Okay, so I can see there was a question on the chat bar. Let me just get to that. Is it good for depression, X? Well, this one is good for stress support, and obviously it's not an antidepressant as such, but then if you feel stressed, then X is good for you. And I've had at least 2 people that have told me through taking X alongside with isotonix advanced B complex, their depression episodes have gone down a lot. And I think it's very important to work alongside your doctor. If you're already taking medications for your depression, you're taking antidepressants, then check with your doctor. But I would say if you're actually feeling stressed and nervous system support, then X and Advanced B are fantastic for it. And the other thing is green coffee plus Garcinia, Cambogia, and it's actually helping us to promote healthy weight loss. And it's also good to use the fat as a source of energy and maintain normal blood sugar levels as well. So there's stevia. Not stevia, Svetal green coffee extract, and the content is very good in that it has it will inhibit the enzyme that associates with the glucose production in the liver. Okay, and the other very good supplement is called the Complete Greens, which is the most convenient way for us to get to our greens, because not all the time we would be having enough green vegetables, which are the most important vegetables that we should consume. Then you can actually take a complete green powder mixed with water and drink it, and that will provide you with great source of fiber as well as healthy digestive tract, and then you have a well-rounded nutrition. Plus the probiotic activity. Probiotic is very important activity, because if we don't have those natural enzymes for us to be helping with our total well-being, then it will not give us the chemical reactions to go in an optimal health way. So yeah, it also cleanses our body, obviously. And the other thing which I talked about last time as well is green tea. Decaffeinated green tea is preferred. Can help us to lose weight because of the fact that it will help us to reduce our calories and also avoid the flu and boost memory, prevent dementia, and also lower bad cholesterol. And if you are the type that does a lot of exercise, it will boost exercise endurance as well. So green tea is definitely something to drink alongside your water, obviously. So these are the different things in terms of nutrition and drinks that you should consider when you are thinking about, nutritional support. Obviously, in our previous classes, we talked about the importance of having protein and fiber, good fats, and depending on your menu plans, each of us are in different menu plans, then you follow that, and your exercise plans as well. But when it comes to nutrition in regards to supplementations, these are the different things I highly recommend. Whether you are needing to lose weight or not, definitely the isotonic supplements, I would say the daily essential kit with the fantastic four supplements, OPC3, multivitamin, advanced B, and calcium, is a necessity, I would say, because they work together so well. But then if you need the extra support, depending on where you are at, obviously the TLS accelerators is great as well. So now I would like to share with you something that I find very helpful. And if I can just unmute all of you, you can all share with us. So we've got Cherry, Christine, Francis, Lydia, Rong, you're here as well, to share with us. There are 4 different areas I would like you all to consider. Number 1 is to see. To see is to visualize with the end in mind. So tell me, maybe we can have just one person to give us suggestion of how they want to look like by the end of this 8 week. So this is what we call visualization. What would you like to look like by the end of this 8 weeks? So this is week 5, so 3 more weeks to go before we end this program. So who would like to share?
I'll share, Kitty.
Yes?
I'd like to be 12 kilos lighter by the end of 8 weeks and have more energy, because being a person that was diagnosed with depression, I haven't had a lot of I just don't feel like doing anything at all sometimes. But after the 8 weeks, I just want to get my mojo back, my energy back. So.
Okay. So when you say, did you say 12 weeks?
No, 8 weeks, after the 8 weeks, after this program.
Oh, okay. So
no, I want to lose 12. I want to lose 12 kilos. I'm already up to 7 and 8 kilos, I think, already. So by the end of it, I want to lose another 3 or 4 kilos.
Okay.
So I'm really motivated to at least hopefully be under 100 kgs.
Yep. If you can actually get that number, that will be kgs your goal. And already have close to 6 kilos.
I can't hear, sorry.
Okay, so I'll just...
I'm already down to 106.9, so
yes.
I haven't got... If I really be positive, think positive, and go on the TLS exercise program, I should get there by the end of the 8 weeks.
Wonderful.
So,
yes. So you have about 3 kilos to 4 kilos to go and 3 more weeks. So that means a kilo average a week. And because you're actually on rapid results, that's pretty much like 0.8 to 1.3. So if you're able to keep on following the rapid result menu plan and exercise plans, doing the TLS exercises that you've downloaded and the fitness blender, Francis, I would say it's quite likely that you're able to reach your goal.
Yeah, and just can I just say this to everybody? We've got to stop thinking negative and put positive thoughts in our mind about weight loss, because if we start saying, oh, we can't do something, then we're going to believe it. So if we all think positive that we are going to achieve what we set out to do, then anything's possible.
Well, we're so proud of you, Francis. For you to say this is huge, because that means your mindset and your positive attitude has already been changed. Because I remember when you first started, you were sort of feeling a bit unsure, and you were quite like you were quite sort of, you know, taken back in the beginning, some struggles. But I'm so proud of you now. You now encourage the others to be not negative, and that's amazing. I'm really proud of you. Even if it may take a bit longer, like this is only 8 weeks. Normally, it takes 12 weeks, or even, you know, let's say another 3 months or 6 months for you to be going to your ideal weight. That's still heading to the right direction.
That's right. Kitty, that's right. But the thing is, people fail because they have negativity about doing things. And I've been on a lot of diets throughout my life, and I mean, I have a high when I'm on the diet and a low because I've finished and I just can't. So I encourage everybody out there just to think positive. There's no such thing as can't in the program, you know. It's always there's you can.
Yes, very well said and well done. So Lydia has shared on the group chat. Is it okay for me to share with the others, Lydia? Okay, Lydia would like to look fresh, thinner, glowing skin, and full of energy. She would like people to show people that they can look and feel great. That's her plan. See, Lydia is a lady that I saw the differences from day one when she had her before photo, and now was it last weekend, or was just a couple of days when she went out, she was looking really already fresh and glowing. And that shows, you know, it's not only just about the numbers on the scale, but about how you look and feel, because that is actually very important. And because you are able to show others by the way that you have been looking and feeling, then you are actually, bringing it forward to support others. That is amazing. So that's great, Lydia. So number 2 now. So we've done the number 1, which is C. So I encourage all of you that are on this call to basically visualize yourself every day, not only just within these 8 weeks, because these 8 weeks is only just the beginning. I mean, when we are talking about the importance of being healthy, is a lifelong journey, is a lifelong process. So for us to visualize ourselves being healthy, well, with energy, vitality, say a 10 out of 10, what would you like to have in terms of a 10-liter scale? If you are like, say, my mom, she's like 72, but then her metabolic age, she's only 58. How good is that? So that is amazing. And so like Lydia, she was sharing, cannot believe that she's 42, but she looks like 30, right? So this is the kind of visualization that you can begin with the end in mind, how you would like to be looking, visualizing in your mind's eyes. That will actually propel you to start making it happen and doing, what it takes as well. Don't really just look at the scale, the numbers, because the numbers don't really represent that much. Because the numbers actually, it may tell you, how many kilos that you are, but then there are so many other factors. So if you actually have a looser centimeters, or you can fit into your jeans better, if you have more energy, like flatter stomach, or, that's already fantastic, okay? So number 2 is say. What does that mean? Say is give yourself some daily affirmations, exactly like what Francis talked about. To be positive, don't say I can't. Everything is I can if you believe it. Personal positive statement. If you actually have the TLS journal, which I recommend all of you to buy one. If you haven't got one already, contact me. I can get you one. Or if you've got a TLS website yourself, definitely go and get one, or put it into your transfer bar, your auto ship for your next authorship, because that is an amazing, amazing TLS journal. And in there, it actually teaches us about daily affirmations, positive personal statements. It's very important for you to say it out loud every day. So say something like, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I am feeling a lot better with more energy, helping people, whatever that you want happen in your life, daily affirmations, say it out loud. And put it on a notebook or put it on your screen on the computer and say it out loud. So can I have one volunteer to share with us one affirmation that they have, a positive personal statement, someone that hasn't shared before? Anyone? Carrie?
I'm taking a lunch.
Ron, do you have anything you have in mind that you can share about a positive statement?
Positive statement is don't give up.
Yes.
Keep doing.
Keep doing.
Keep doing. And keep maintain good health.
Fantastic. Good one. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep maintaining good health. That is a very, very positive personal statement. So that's amazing. So you can actually talk to yourself like as if you're talking to yourself, Ron. You say, I will never give up. I am successful. I will keep going to improve my health. So you use it at present perfect tense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everything I do must mention I. So that involvement about I.
Yes. Fantastic. Yes, that's it. So that will actually give you the positive, personal statement. I am healthy. I am well. I am fit. I have a lot of energy. I can do everything that I want to achieve my goals. Things like that will be what the second thing say. You say the daily affirmations. Okay. Now, I have a share from Lydia. Don't fall into temptation, eating bad food. Always think healthy. I know I get tempted sometimes. Okay, that's fair enough. But yeah, when we get tempted, we definitely need to be going back, on the horse, so to speak, but always think healthy. That's a great, great thing to do. Okay, number 3 quickly is to feel. As you journal, you can say to yourself, oh, I feel like, because as you write it down, that will actually help you, because you can, even when you may have some negative feelings, you can say, oh, today I feel tired, but I know that I can break through, something like that will definitely help. So feeling is something that you should share. If you feel like, if you're shy and you don't want to share with others, you can share it by writing it in your journal. But I am here for you. I'm all of your coach. If you want to share with me, I'm all ears. You can always WhatsApp me by sharing your feeling. I know some of you do, some of you don't, but definitely share with me, okay? I'm here for you all. And number 4 is to do positive activities, whether it's read a book, have your vision board, make time for yourself to rest, practice gratitude by, thanking the things that you have, or stress reduction, like a warm bath or going, for a walk or something like that. So who amongst us actually do positive activities to relax themselves?
I do.
Yeah, what do you do, Francis?
I crochet.
Crochet. Wow.
I make blankets, and it is so calming and relaxing.
Can you do me a favor, Francis? Can you take a picture of one of the blankets that you crocheted and posted on our WhatsApp group to share
Yeah.
with us. And that is one positive activity that you do to help you relax, because to reduce stress, you know, doing something like that is amazing.
Okay, I'll have to find it on a picture on my Facebook page, and I'll put it on WhatsApp.
Good girl, wonderful, thank you. For me, I love, watching TV or reading a book, or I like looking at my vision board, and all these things can help you as well. So as long as you have something that you do that is positive, that will definitely then help you to be more relaxed. So remember those 4 things again. Christine says she likes to walk and read. Yeah, walking and reading are great stress reduction activity. So that's amazing. So 4 things, remember: see, say, feel, and do. Visualize yourself, say positive things to yourself, share your feeling, and do positive activities. Okay, so that's basically it. And thank you everyone for coming on tonight. And any question or any sharing, please post it on WhatsApp, and we're here to support one another. All right, take care everyone. And
Bye. See you on Friday, Kitty.
yeah, see you on Friday. And yeah, I'm actually going to have my my book launch, everyone. And for those of you who would like to buy my book, you can read my book, and that would be a positive activity, and read it. But for those of you who are coming, I know that Francis is coming as well. Sonia also. Yes, I know it will be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, take care.
Bye, Kitty.
Bye.
Bye.
Congrats.
Thank you, Rong Rong.
Thanks, Kitty. Bye.
Bye bye.